What up, everybody?
Hello.
Welcome to your Obsidian Flames pre-release primer. I'm Josh, as usual. This said special guest is Angela.
Hello.
Today we're going to go over the pre-release cards you can open, and we're going to open one ourselves and see if we can get a Charizard realistically, because that'll be pretty sweet.
That'd be cool.
And then build a quick little deck and talk about how the pre-release works. So first, we're going to go over the 4 pre-release cards you can get in this kit. You can get the Cleffa, which for 0 energy, pretty busted. You get to draw until you have 7 cards in your hand. And it has free retreat cost. It has 30 HP, so it will get knocked out. But in the pre-release, you want to have, it's good to be consistent because, your card's going to be a little wacky. You may not get a basic of whatever. You might have one of something. So it's very important to have a good starter, because I know when Angela plays in the pre-releases, she's like, none of my Pokemon don't get basics.
Right.
And so, if she got the Cleffa one, she'd be very happy. Plus, it's adorable.
It is very cute.
It's very adorable. That is an adorable looking card. So then we got probably the best one, Palafin. It's the best one because the basic does evolve itself. So we'll see if we get that kit. We can talk about it. 150 HP, stage 1. This card might just be good outside of pre-release. It does Jet Punch, 30 and 30 to a bench, which is great in pre-release because, what if I got a bench Cleffa? That's a knockout for free. And you're doing 30, so it's really good there. And then you got Justice Kick. If this Pokemon did not move from the bench to the active, it does nothing. So basically, if you retreated into it this turn, it does 210 damage for 2.
Crazy.
Which is pretty crazy on a non-rule box stage 1 that evolves itself. The card is really cool. That's probably, all the previous cards basically have something, but, this is the one you're like, oh, let's go. I got that Palafin. We're Palawin. If you get that Palafin there. So next we do have Togekiss. Also really great. I've loved Togekiss. I got a lot of lore with Togekiss. It's won me trophies and stuff long time ago back in Great Encounters. For people who don't know what that is, Don't worry about it. But it has the ability Precious Gift at the end of your turn, which is kind of a rare thing to have in the card game. We see it in Radiant Venusaur. This is just a buffed up Venusaur because at the end of your turn, you may draw until you have 8 cards in your hand. Now the best part is you don't have to. So, because at pre-release you only have 40 cards in your deck. If you got 3 cards, you're like, well, I don't want to deck myself out. You don't want to. It's awkward to lose like that. Yeah. And then for 2 colorless, which is very important, so you can kind of play with whatever, move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench. So you hit them, and you can power up your next Pokemon. And it has free retreat cost, and 150 is pretty good. Fancy. If they even put a Palafin in front of you, you're just swooping above them. You're just like, I'm up here doing 110. We're doing great. Then we have Mawile, which, in my opinion, is the worst one to get because it doesn't really have a thing. It's a utility card that might be played in Standard at some point because of the ability, which goes back to a Giratina we did have. When you play this Pokemon from your hand on your bench, discard special energy on your opponent's active Pokemon, which is a great ability. It's a good thing you can play in decks, but we're at a pre-release, and I don't even know if there's special energy in this set. So this is probably the worst one, in terms of synergy with, other cards you could open. If you get this one, you might not even play this in your deck, because you'll just open, other grass Pokemon, or whatever. But it does do 90 for 3, which still isn't that bad. So those are the 4 pre-release cards that you can open in the kit. We're going to open a kit right now and go through it while Angela opens it. Talk a little about it. So pre-releases are 40 cards in your deck. You put out 4 prizes. Stores can run theirs differently. Ours start this weekend, July 29th at 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. and next weekend, August 5th at 1 p.m. Ours are 3 rounds, pack per round you play. So if you don't win, it's okay. We're just there to have fun. Let's open up the kit and see what our pre-release card is.
Ooh.
It looks like we got the Palafin!
Yeah.
Let's go. You want to move those other cards out of the way there so we can look at you just move out of the screen.
Perfect.
So we don't confuse people that we open them.
No.
And then well, how'd you get all 4 pre-release cards in your tag? And it's what? So we're going to open the Palafin deck and see what cards they gave us in it. So the way these work is they basically give you if you get really bad cards in your packs, it's okay because this is just basically your deck, which is how they do it. So realistically, whenever Angela can open it, there should be 1 more Palafin in here. It's kind of how they usually do it. They'll give you sometimes 2 of your Pokemon again. So let's see what we got.
All right, I got it. All
right, she got it. She might have bent 5 of them just now, but that's okay.
It's all right.
So obviously you got your code card, which is redeemable on live for a random pre-release kit, which is pretty cool. You just flip it over. We don't got to do like a pack opening because it's just...
Perfect.
So let's go. So you get the Palafin. So this card that you see right here is a tip on how to build your deck. So if I could just see real quick. So it looks like the trainer tip for this one, it looks like we have a camera up in our deck with it. So it kind of tells you how to play with them. Like here we're talking about how does 210, and it's like maybe you don't want to attack with it right away, save up, and then it talks a little about camera up, which we'll see in a second. So the first few cards should be energy. Yeah, just kind of go with the speed there through the energy. It's just an amount of that, and water energy. And then we'll get to the Pokemon/trainer. So, our first Pokemon in the deck. You got 4 Numel. And then it gives you 3 camera ups. Okay, what does camera up do? Hold on, let's look at camera ups before we speed on here. We want to kind of go through try to go through every card. So camera ups here for 2 energy. Discard the top card of each player's deck. It does 50 for every energy you discard. So you could do 250 for 2. So you got Palafin swimming in the ocean, 210. You got camera up coming down from the mountain volcano thing, 250. Your opponent's just like, what happened? I got a Cleffa. I got this Magwell nobody wanted. Like, what's happening right now? So, their synergy isn't really, but it's just 2 efficient cards it looks like they gave you. The fact they gave you 4/3 is pretty sweet, actually. Because sometimes it'll be like, here's 1, and you get in your pack. So, let's look at the trainer. We're going to go through the trainers one by one here. I'm going to need you to read them.
Rhyme.
I'm going to need you to tell me what it does.
Draw 3 cards. Switch out your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench.
Okay, so you can put it down, glad. So that's just a good draw card, realistically. Or if your opponent's trying to set up, like they got 1 bench, and you make them switch, they get to pick the Pokemon to bring up, so if they have like 5 bench, whatever. But sometimes it can help you get that last knockout. Then we got Nest Ball. Just search for a basic and put it on your bench there. Pretty simple. Then we do have the basic of Palafin. I want you to read that first attack for me really, really quick.
Valiant Evolution. Switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon.
So, turn 1, you're switching that out, and you're evolving Palafin.
Then shuffle your deck.
And shuffle your deck because that's Pokemon.
Yes.
So then we should have another Palafin, so you just put it with the other one. All right, and a 4th. This is the craziest pre-release deck I've ever seen in my life. We have a 3/4 Palafin and a 4/3 Numel. That is this might be the greatest pre-release deck of all time.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
So then we keep going here. We got Clavel, which is a card from last set, which is actually not too bad when you get basic Pokemon, right?
Search your deck for up to 3 basic Pokemon with 120 HP or less. Reveal them, put them onto your
Great news. That's all of them. So then you got Switch, obviously, because remember, Palafin, if it did not become active, you can't do it. So you could like have 2 Palafins in play, like switch into 10s. You got Great Ball, look at top 7, take a Pokemon. You got Youngster, 2 Youngster, which is a new Shauna. If you play Shuffle Your Hand Deck, draw 5. We got
Nemona, draw 3 cards.
Just draw 3, and this is the best part of the deck. For its second printing of all time. Pretty sure its original printing was like Diamond and Pearl. Go look it up. It's a funny picture too. Bonsly
blubbering.
Coming in with blubbering. That's what I do on a daily basis. I am a blubbering fool. What does blubbering do? For 0 energy, by the way.
Yes. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused.
So, well, it has 30. The best part of that card is actually that it has free retreat cost.
Yes.
So what you can do in the deck is you do your Palafin thing, whatever they knock you out. You could bring up Bonsly, retreat for free, hit for 210 for Palafin, and just in with your fins and draw your prize. All right, cool. You want to stack the trainers there and just kind of put them on the side. So what we're going to do is when we open the packs, we're just going to sort out the fire and water and colorless because those are the main ones we might play. So the rest of them, they're going to look cool, but we're going to kind of focus on those because they already basically gave us a deck. We're just going to see if we can pull another Palafin. So Andrew's going to get into the booster packs here. We're going to go through each pack. Like I said, we're just going to sort out those ones because it matters to us, but we will still look at the cool cards in the back. So get us in there. Angela. I mean, if we get enough Palafins, we just take our cameras.
Right.
We'll have a 7-9 Palafin line. Because in pre-release, you can play more than 4 copies of a card. Alright, so you got the code here. Angela did her best to not do the pack trick. You just kind of focus it more on the screen so they can see. Alright, cool. Alright. So we got another Numel. Nice. Alright. Alright. Okay. That card's pretty cool. Got a couple trainers, that's good. Arvin just coming back. There. And, oh, we got Greta too. So we got some pretty good cards here. So, put the trainer cards to the side.
Perfect.
And the Numel.
Okay.
So we're going to put the left, because we're only going to sort out the fire, water, and colorless Pokemon. The rest of the pack you could just leave stacked, because that way it'll be easier. So you could just stack them on the side. Just get all the... So we're going to keep the trainers and put the rest to the side of it. So if it is not a fire, water, or colorless... Yes, okay, there we go.
Yay.
We're doing that. Okay. All right. Next pack. It's the first time. It's okay.
Sorry.
She's learning. She's learning.
Pack art.
Pack art is cool. That's one of Noah's favorite card Pokemon here. So we go in there. All right, here we go. We got Bronzor. We got Snubbull. Whatever that is. Still don't know. We're like 3 sets in. Scarmy, try to open a little more, like, so people can see it, because it's like the viewers gotta see it. Yeah. Sharpedo. Bisharp. Baltoy. And Thundurus.
Fancy.
So nothing really in that pack that we're gonna want to keep. But Thundurus looks sick. Noah's saying hi there. Hello, Noah. It's because it's open the Rubber Room pack here.
Yes.
So, all right. So we're going to move on to the next pack here. See what we can get. All right, we getting Lechonk, Togepi, Glampant, Blossom. That Stadium we'll keep to the side. Lunatone, Scyther, Poppy.
Ooh.
And Entei. Entei's a good one to keep because it is fire.
Nice.
So we'll keep that one there. Yep. And then just sort the rest of the side there. And then there you go. All right, gonna be our last pack. See if we can just get something. Let's get something. Let's get an EX. Let's just get the Gold Charizard.
Right.
So we can lose our minds and who cares about the rest of the video. All right, we got Cupchew, Mr. Spoink, Tanamo, Sun, Surskit, sorry, Lanoon, Darmanitan,
Wow.
Dartrix,
Cleffa,
Cleffa, Steenie, and Claydol. So we didn't get any X in our pack, unfortunately. But the good news is this deck is going to win us a lot of games. So let's quickly go through the trainers we opened to see. So what were the other ones there? I think we got Greta, which is actually pretty good.
And then
Arvin. And then whatever that hat does.
Patrol Cap.
Okay, what does Patrol Cap do?
As long as the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot, cards in your deck can't be discarded by effects of your opponent's attacks, abilities, item cards, Pokemon tool cards, or supporter cards.
That might be a good card for standard, not so much for pre-release to my knowledge. And then we got the cool other item over there. The thing, if your Pokemon got knocked out or you're losing your 3 basic energy, I'm pretty sure is what it says. Correct?
Yes.
I probably won't play that one because we do have a lot of energy in our deck. Then we got Greta here. Greta's a really cool card. You want to read that one?
Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and attach them to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. During this turn, your Pokemon cannot attack.
That's a good one. We want to keep that one in our deck because, like, kind of turn 1, you're not going to do much if you don't have the basic of Palafin, and so you definitely want to play that one. So we're going to put that one in the keep pile up top.
Cool.
On our deck, and then Poppy, you move 2 energy from one of your Pokemon to one of your other Pokemon. Also, a card we will keep.
Perfect.
So, and then if you go back through the Pokemon there, we will replace our Bonsly with the Cleffa we opened in the last pack. Yes, because it's the same Cleffa, does the same thing, but it's our free retreat attacker, like we said, if you have to. So, your ideal turn 1 is if you go second, you evolve into Palafin and like switch with Cleffa or something like that there. Nice. So, now we have to make our deck 40 cards. So we'll put these ones to the side here. And I'll count how many cards we got in that pile right now. And I will skim over and make sure we didn't miss anything. I don't think we did. But I'm just looking. While she counts how many cards we got here. That's balanced. Cool. No, that's balanced. Neat.
27.
27. How many energy? That means we got room for 13 energy currently. So, but the way camera up is, you're kind of going to want more energy in your deck because it discards a card, and you want it to be an energy. So, what I think we could do is drop a Numel, because we had 4, right?
Yes.
All right, so we got 4-3, or 3-3, which is good. And then we got 3 of the... So we're going to sort it out here real quick, you know, like I do when I post decks. Okay, so put the other guys on top of that. The evolution. Yep, and we'll just stack it. So we do want 4 just because it's a greater chance of getting them, and you could prize them there. So we got 3 camera up. So you can go ahead and just put 3 there. And then the 3 basic, it doesn't matter. We're doing great.
Him.
You're doing great.
I apologize.
She's doing great. Leave a comment on how great she's doing.
Oh,
she's doing great.
Fantabulous.
Okay, so we will drop a Numal.
Okay.
We were taking one out. And then we got Entei. So you want to read Entei real quick? Also, it looks amazing.
Pressure ability, as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, attacks used by your opponent's active Pokemon do 20 less damage.
So that means it's basically got 150 HP. That's big. And what is its attack?
Blaze Ball, this attack does 20 more damage for each fire energy attached to this Pokemon.
So I think that's just a good card to play. It's just a good utility attacker. Looks sick. Could do a lot of damage. And with Poppy, you could just attack with that out of nowhere. Because you get a 1 energy on it and be like, by the way, moving 2. Gotcha. Or you could greet it to a turn 1 if you want to, and then have a turn 2. That's like attacking really fast in a pre-release is crazy. So like the only downside is like if you face other Palafin decks.
Right.
But you're just gonna one-shot each other anyway. So it's kind of about how you could recover. So and then obviously we got the one Cleffa here.
Very cute, very cute.
And then we got the ways to sort out the Pokemon. You want to just sort out the trainers real quick. Obviously, we would have liked to get... So those aren't even in the set. Those are just kind of cards they put in like for you. So really nothing you could do about opening them. You know, you're just like, okay, cool. But we got enough draw cards here. Yep. Alright, so that's pretty good. Like, we got a good assortment. We don't have a lot of different basic Pokemon. We got room for 14 energy right now, I believe, right? Because this was 26 because we took out a card, right? Mm-hmm. 3, 7, 8, 11, 14, 15, 17, 19, 21, 22, 23. This is 25.
25.
Right? Count that again, maybe.
Okay.
Very good do. 25?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what I thought. So I'm going to do one quick look back here in the Pokemon. Because sometimes just random basic Pokemon will be like, draw 2 cards. You're like, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to play them. All of these don't look like they do that. But we're double checking. Because you never, like, you can play Fluffy Guard if you want. Like, Togedemaru might be coming in hot. Andrew Wong's son.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so it doesn't look like we got anything crazy. Like, we could have played Pokemon League Headquarters, this stadium right here, where basic Pokemon have 1 more tree costs, but in the pre-release, it doesn't really matter, because you don't really switch out your active, you're just like, this is what I attack with.
Right.
Kind of a thing. So, it looks like the energy right here, we probably... So, does camera have to discard a fire, or is it an energy?
You see camera out?
Yes. Just an energy, right? Correct?
Discard the top card of each player's deck.
Like, it doesn't have to be a fire energy.
Correct.
Okay. So what we're going to play is 9 water. I don't know where we put the energy. Oh, I couldn't see. I'm sorry. And
okay.
6 fires. So, did they give us 9 water?
That's 7.
Damn. Okay. Well, we have... Pretend there's 9 waters. and then 6 fires. So the reason we're doing more waters is because Palafin does take 2 water. And now, in the game, if you see what your opponent's kind of playing, don't be afraid to just use Palafin's first attack to do 30-30. That way you are able to power up your other Pokemon so that you have a late game. So I don't know all the combinations of cards, because usually 3 or 4 combinations of like what your pre-release Pokemon can be,
right?
Kind of a thing. But I would say this is a pretty good deck. Don't you think? Like, we got a mixture of good attackers. We even opened a Cleffa.
Yeah, you also get, like, the really cute ones in here.
And we got the really cute one.
Yeah.
Which is
this
even
one's
more
really cute, too.
Also very adorable. The cuteness of your deck, like, affects how good your deck's going to be.
Right.
100%.
Right.
100%. So this is a deck we ended up with. I would say it's a pretty good deck. You got enough draw cards here. You got enough ways to get your Pokemon. You can even power up energy if you can't attack. You can move your energy for surprise. Got you. Which is my favorite thing to do. So this is the pre-release primer for Obsidian Flames. If you're in the Las Vegas area, our pre-release is July 29th, 1 p.m., 5 p.m., double header back-to-back, our largest pre-release we've ever had, and really none of it would happen if it wasn't for the community, so we thank you guys.
Thank you.
So much. It will be 3 rounds pack per round played, so if you get the Mad Wild deck and you lose every game, that's okay.
That's right.
You still get 3 more packs. More chance to open Charizard. Then August 5th at 1 p.m. If we have any kits left, we will have another one. We don't have silence for that one yet because we don't know if we're going to... Well, if we sell out tomorrow, like, we don't want to have a pre-release that have no product. That's awkward. And then the next Monday, the 7th, we will have our singles available along with all sealed product. We actually have sealed product available right now at darksidegames.com, which we will link below. We have a booster bundle. box bundle, where for $150 you get a box and an ETB. So make sure you get that cool, adorable, angry Charmander that just wants to go outside. With that being said, I'm Josh.
Angela.
That's Angela. Thanks everybody for watching your Obsidian Flames pre-release primer, and we will see you next time.